Welcome to today's deep dive. So we have a fun question for you today. What happens when you take a 338 horsepower electric sprinter and drop it onto a sheet of melting ice in the woods?
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for total disaster, honestly.
Right, like can an EV actually survive the mud, or is
Yeah.
it just, a glorified tech gadget on wheels?
Huh?
Well, today we're pulling from car and driver reviews, some local dealership terrain guides, and some incredibly dense battery tech
It's
specs.
very dense, yeah.
Yeah.
But our mission is to figure out how the heavily upgraded 2026 Subaru Solterra actually translates that rugged off-road DNA into the electric age.
Exactly. But I mean, before we even take this car off road, we need to know if it can actually survive the highway commute, right? Like, range anxiety is still a huge deal.
Oh, absolutely. And Subaru did finally bump up the range by about 25% for the 2026 model. It's hitting roughly 278 to 288 miles now,
Yeah.
which is about 450 kilometers.
Okay, but honestly, with competitors pushing well over 300 miles, 288 still feels, I don't know, a bit disappointing to me.
Well, sure, but you have to look at the new dual-motor XT trim. I mean, it delivers 338 horsepower and hits 60 in just 4.3 seconds.
Wow, wait, really? 4.3 seconds?
Yeah. Car and Driver actually said it's the quickest Subaru they've ever tested.
Okay, that is blisteringly fast. And they also finally fixed the whole charging situation, right? They made the NACS port standard.
Right, the North American charging standard.
Yeah.
So you now have direct access to over 15,000 Tesla superchargers.
Which is huge. It's like finally getting a universal power adapter for your European vacation. You just don't have to worry about clunky adapters in the trunk anymore.
Exactly. And paired with 150 kilowatt DC max charging speed, highway road trips are practically seamless now.
But here is my concern. Shoving 150 kilowatts into a battery repeatedly is going to degrade it. Like, if I'm keeping a car for a decade, I want to know why Subaru settled on that 288-mile limit instead of just going for, spec sheet dominance.
Well, that comes down to a highly specific counter-trend engineering choice. They're actually using prismatic lithium-ion cells from a supplier called CATL.
Oh, right, using the NCM chemistry, the nickel cobalt manganese thing. But wait, prismatic just refers to the physical shape, right? Like rigid rectangles instead of cylinders.
Yes, exactly. And that dense packaging helps the cells retain heat better.
Oh, interesting. So it's about temperature control.
Right. When you combine that thermal advantage with the NCM chemistry, which inherently resists those severe voltage drops that usually plague EVs in freezing temperatures, you get vastly superior cold weather performance.
So it won't just die on you in the snow.
Exactly. Plus, there's a new battery preconditioning system that automatically warms the cells before you plug in. So the ultimate goal here isn't raw range, it's longevity.
Which makes sense. So instead of a massive battery that degrades fast, they want consistency. I saw one Italian source call this sostanza, basically substance.
Yeah, substance over specs. The engineering target is literally to maintain 90% of its original capacity after 10 full years of use.
10 years. That is wild for an EV. And I guess that conservative, rugged battery philosophy feeds right into how the Solterra handles its power when the pavement ends.
It really does, because, we all know electric motors deliver maximum torque instantly, right?
Which is an absolute nightmare on snow or mud. I mean, standard EV torque on ice is like a track sprinter slipping around in dress shoes. You press the pedal and the wheels just spin uncontrollably.
That is a great analogy, and this is exactly where Subaru's standard X mode steps in. It's on all trims, and rather than just relying on physical grip, it alters the throttle mapping.
So it intentionally slows down the torque buildup.
Yes, it acts like a digital spotter, slowing things down so the tires literally can't break traction. It essentially straps heavy hiking boots onto that sprinter for measured, deliberate steps.
Oh, I see. And doesn't it also mess with the anti-lock brakes?
Yeah, it modifies the ABS to allow slight lockup.
Yeah.
That actually helps wedge snow or gravel in front of the tires so you stop faster on loose surfaces.
Right, and they'd have to dial back the regenerative braking too, wouldn't they? Like if you lift off the accelerator on sheer ice and strong regen kicks in, you're going to slide.
Exactly. The system automatically reduces regen to prevent that dragging effect. Plus, you have 8.3 inches of ground clearance, or about 210 millimeters, paired with grip control.
Grip control, what does that do?
It manages steep, loose descents automatically. It basically takes over the individual wheel braking entirely, so you can just focus on steering.
Oh, wow. So it's total digital micromanagement. That really frames the Solterra as the practical, winter-ready EV for drivers who want to keep their cars for a decade.
Absolutely, it's built for the long haul.
Well, we hope you learned something new today about how EV chemistry and torque management are evolving in the real world. Thank you so much for tuning in to this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.
And before we go, we want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. If software can now instantly micromanage electric torque to find grip on sheer ice, how long will it be until electric motors completely render traditional mechanical 4x4 off-road systems obsolete? Will that glorified tech gadget soon become the only way we explore the wild?